guys, so for today's video I am going to be doing this really cute like leopard print and lace type of Valentine set. So to start off, I'm just taking I Don't from Ballpit and I'm painting all of the nails with this. I think I did 2 coats of this. I might have done 3 actually. I don't know, I did 2 or 3 coats of this color and I cured each coat for 60 seconds. Ballpit has this whole like sheer like nude collection that I use quite a bit, especially whenever I'm doing like French tips. And whenever I use them, I always either do 2 or 3 coats, just depending on how opaque I want the color, or like not opaque but like how much color I actually want on the nail. So yeah, it just kind of depends. Sometimes I do 2 coats, sometimes I do 3, but like I said, for this set I'm pretty sure I did 3 coats of this because this is a pretty sheer light pink color, as you can see here with me doing it this first coat here. So yeah, I'm almost positive I did 3 coats of this color. And then after I got that on, I went in with the white from Ballpit and did French tips on all of the nails, but apparently I didn't hit record when I was doing the French tips, so don't get to see me doing the actual French tips, but I have done French tips on my channel so many times now. If you want to know how I do French tips, then you can go watch one of those videos. But anyhow, after I got that on, I did only do 1 coat of the white and I cured that for 60 seconds. And after I did that, I took Gumdrop Dreams from Ballpit, which is this really pretty glittery pink color. It is like a pink jelly polish with a bunch of iridescent glitters in it, and I wanted to just use this on its own, but then I was like, I don't know, because it is like a jelly pink kind of color, I didn't think it would show up very well just being on the nude base that I did. So that's why I did the layer of white, just so it could have like a base down that would help this shimmery glittery pink show up. So I just went through, applied that onto the French tip, only did 1 coat of this, and then I did cure it for 60 seconds, and I am just using the brush straight out of the bottle for this, being super careful, trying not to get it on the nude part. If I did get any on the nude part, then I would just take a cleanup brush and wipe that away real quick before I cured everything. then for the leopard spots, I took this color Pretty in Peril, also from Ballpit, and I mixed in some of the white into it to lighten it up a little bit, because I wanted to keep this all like, I wanted pretty much like an entirely pink set. So kind of like a monochromatic type of theme with varying shades of pink. So I mixed in a bunch of white to lighten up this color, and this is what I'm going to use for the spots, like the inside of the spots. So on all of the nails, I did go through and I did a couple little hearts on each nail. So I just did the hearts. How, if you can hear my dog barking, I apologize. I have no idea what he's barking at. Probably, I don't know, he probably hears something outside. The neighbors or other dogs or whatever. Or he could be barking at the cats. I don't know. Anyhow, I just did 2 dots and then connect them with my liner brush. If you watched my last video, then I kind of went in a little more into detail about how I did the hearts, but this is how I always do hearts, like small little hearts like this. I just do the 2 dots and then connect them with my liner brush. I went through and added on all of the hearts first. Well, actually, I think I went through and did like the pinky nail fully, and then after this, I decided to do all the hearts first and then go back through and then do the rest of the spots. And then after I got all of these little spots on, I did go ahead and cure for 60 seconds. My dog barking kind of distracted me, but I wanted to say that I added these hearts on because, like I said, this is the Valentine set, and I kind of wanted it. I didn't just want it to be pink for Valentine's Day. I did want to, you know, have the hearts in there to really tie in the Valentine's Day theme. Although if you didn't want to do the hearts, you could just do normal leopard prints, but I think it's fun to add in the little like heart-shaped leopard print or spots in there as well, just as a little something extra, and also to, like I said, give a little bit more of a Valentine feel to it, even though I think just being a plain pink on its own kind of does give Valentine feel on its own. And also I feel like leopard print kind of is Valentine-ish, you know, with like the lingerie and stuff. Like those will have like animal prints and stuff. Leopard print, I feel like leopard print is like the go-to print for like spicy type of stuff, you know. So I think leopard print fits in really well for this whole theme here, but also it's just really cute being pink. But yeah, I'll let this play out and then I'll come back whenever I need to. So after I got the like inside part of the spots done, I took that Pretty in Peril color, just the Pretty in Peril color. I didn't mix it or anything. And I used that for the outside of the spot, so like the outline of the spots. And then I just took a smaller size dotting tool to go around the spots, and then also go in between them to add in those little tiny like filler spots. And then once I got all of those on, I went ahead and cured for 60 seconds. And originally I was just going to finish the set like that and just have it be like that, but then I don't know, I kind of felt like it was missing something, and there just needed to be a little bit more to it because it was just kind of plain, I feel like. So I decided to take the Angel White liner gel from Ballpit and do like a lace kind of border around the French tip. I thought that would be really cute and like give this super like cutesy kind of feel to the set. So I just outlined the French tip with the white, and then I went and did like little humps around it to give that like lace kind of look. I didn't really do too much with it, and I didn't put a whole lot of detail into it. I just did like a very simple basic kind of lace sort of look, because you know you can go real into detail with lace, and add on like all kinds of details and everything, because you know lace is a super detailed kind of fabric pattern, whatever. But yeah, I just did like the basic lace that you'll see people do instead of doing like, you know, the super extravagant, super detailed kind of lace. I thought this was enough to add on to the set to give it, you know, like I said, I needed something more on this set. It just felt kind of flat. Like, not flat, but like boring, I guess. I don't know. It just needed something, and adding this onto it really helped and like really elevated the look. And I feel like it also helped it to look a little more Valentine's Day ish, adding this little lace design on. Um, so after I got that on, I did go ahead and cure for 60 seconds. I used a 9mm when I was doing this. And I know I always say whenever doing like French tips or like long lines or whatever, you should use at least a 12mm liner brush because it really helps to get those nice, like crisp, clean lines. The longer brush you use. But I don't know. For some reason, I decided to just go in with the 9mm with this and use this. It worked fine. I mean, you can use a shorter liner brush. It works fine. It's just, it tends to be a lot easier if you use a longer brush, and you don't have to worry about like the super shaky lines as much because the longer brush kind of absorbs the shakiness, and with the longer brush you kind of don't have to drag your brush as far, if that makes any sense, because it's longer, so it covers a farther distance, so it's less work you have to put in with your brush or whatever, whereas with this short brush here I have to cover a farther distance with it because it's shorter, and then have to reload it more because it is smaller, it holds less product, all that jazz. I will say though, when it comes to like the little lace lumps there, I feel like the shorter brush definitely works a little better because you get a little more control with a shorter brush. So that's probably why I didn't use the longer brush for the French tip part, and I used the shorter brush because I didn't want to have to switch back and forth between a long brush and a short brush, so I just decided to stick with the short brush all the way through. But yeah, I mean, like I said, either way it works, whether you use a short brush or a long brush. I just definitely recommend using a longer brush whenever you're doing French tips or long lines or anything like that. And then I took my shiny top coat from LGN and top coated all of the nails. And once I got that applied, I went ahead and cured that for 60 seconds. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of regretting doing that glitter pink on the base because I actually really wanted to do the matte. I don't know, I just really like leopard print when it's matte. I feel like that's like it looks better being matte, and usually I don't really like matte nails, but I do always say there are certain designs that just look better matte, and I feel like leopard print is one of those designs that it looks good when it's shiny, but I feel like it just looks better when it's matte. So I was kind of regretting the glitter at this point, because if I would have put matte on top of that glitter, it would not have, you know, been shiny and sparkly. It would have been fine. Like, sometimes glitter being matte looks really cool. I'm not sure about this one, how it would look. I feel like it would be fine, but you wouldn't see like the shimmer and the glitter and everything. So I just went, I went ahead and did the shiny, and this is how they came out. I think they're super cute. They are pretty simple. This is a fairly easy design. I think the most difficult part of doing this design is for most people is going to be the French tip part. But even then, I feel like it's really not that difficult. Some people will disagree with that, but that's okay. Yeah, I just think this is a super cute, simple design. It's very cute for Valentine's Day, especially with the little hearts. I love the little hearts that I added into the leopard print. It just gives it that little extra Valentine's Day feel. And then the lace, like I said, I feel like the lace really brought this entire set all together. It just really stepped it up just a little bit more than how it was looking without it. And I do really like the whole pink thing that I have going on here. I don't like the color pink. It's one of my least favorite colors, but I think for this set it looks really cute, and like the whole monochromatic type of thing. I mean, I know I have the white there, so that's not very monochromatic there, but still, it fits in really well, and I think it all just flows really well. And looking at them here under the flash, you can really see like the iridescent glitters in that pink polish. This set is super pretty and super cute for Valentine's Day. Also, the lace is kind of giving me like a tank top sort of feel. Like, it looks like those tank tops with like the lace trim on them. But anyhow, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.